Sussex in her first ever podcast interview. It's happening.
It's not about the grandeur of a gesture. It's about I see you. I'm nurturing you and I see you so deeply. And I love being able to see your growth. Of all things, it's making me emotional.
I have full body chills right now.
For them to be able to look back and go, oh my gosh, she has loved us so much.
Oh, you know what's going on. Someone wanted a lot of attention and now they got it.
That was the whole episode.
That was the ep.
Yeah.
That was the premise.
Meghan Markle's podcast tears spark backlash from Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly. Recently, Meghan Markle appeared emotional on her new podcast, even claiming she cried. But many people online aren't buying it. And two of the loudest critics, Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly, just made that clear in a brutal takedown. On their own platforms, they went all in, questioning everything from her emotions to her motives. Their breakdown was sharp, sarcastic, and unfiltered. If Meghan hoped for sympathy, what she got instead was some of the harshest commentary yet. Joe and Megyn didn't hold back. In fact, they seemed almost annoyed by what they saw as Meghan's attempt to stage another emotional performance. From the sound of their reactions, they're fed up with what they see as her ongoing victim narrative. According to Megyn Kelly, Meghan comes off as someone who wants to be the center of attention while also acting like the world is always against her. She mocked Meghan's complaints about royal life, like not being allowed to use her royal title, while still printing it on her stationery and giving it to friends like it still counts. Meghan called Meghan a narcissist who constantly complains while pretending to be humble. She didn't just criticize Meghan's past actions, she went after the whole brand Meghan's trying to build. She married for status, Meghan claimed. It's clear she wanted the crown more than the man. In her view, Meghan didn't just fall.
Oh, you like her?
Let me count the ways. There's nothing I like about her. She is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim. My castle's too small. The queen is mean to me. They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore, but I'm going to put it all over my stationery and on the gifts that I give to my friends, while she never stops whining. And at the same time, I'm getting all worked up. I'm a founder. I'm over it. She's not important. She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled she became a, quote, princess.
In love with Prince Harry, she chased a fairy tale and now plays the victim when it doesn't live up to her expectations. As for the tears Meghan claimed to shed, Joe Rogan wasn't buying them either. On his show, he broke down the emotional podcast moment and made it clear he thought it was more of a performance than a real breakdown. Was that a tear? He joked. Nope, just perfect lighting, a soft voice, and maybe a dialect coach whispering from off camera. He made fun of the dramatic pauses, the sad music, and the way she spoke as if she were waiting for applause between every sentence. And then there's the way Meghan talks about her husband. On the podcast, she described Prince Harry, or H as she calls him, like he's a character in a romance novel. She called him beautiful, said his heart shines, and gushed about how her eyes sparkle just thinking about him. Joe and Meghan weren't impressed. Joe called it too much, while Meghan straight up said it felt fake. According to them, nobody talks like that unless they're acting for the microphone. But this wasn't just about one emotional podcast episode. Joe and Meghan believe this all connects to a bigger plan. They noticed something very convenient. Meghan's so-called
Contrast all of that with the way she talks about H and their relationship. Here is it. Is it 46 or 47, Lauren? You choose. Go for it. 47.
That his heart is even more beautiful.
I love that your eyes are sparkling right now.
Oh.
Oh my God. Dan, I threw up in my mouth.
Yes. Yes.
Dan, when you do interviews on your show, do you do the Jamie Kern Lima reactions? Yes. Oh my God, there's something wrong with her. What? Wow, who communicates like that? She's the only thing saving Meghan Markle, because between the two, she's even weirder. But Meghan Markle, this is a tell. Okay, this is a tell. It's the same way on Valentine's Day. You see people post like, my rock, my life partner, the person who saved me. guaranteed that guy's
Down
cheating.
came right as she was launching her new podcast season. For them, it wasn't just emotional timing, it was marketing. They suggested Megyn planned the tears and dramatic delivery to build buzz, boost listeners, and sell her brand. Joe especially took issue with what he sees as a new trend in podcasting. Emotional moments that feel more scripted than spontaneous. He questioned why so many podcasts now include crying, trembling voices, and deep trauma stories. According to him, these emotional moments are no longer about connection. They're about attention. If you're crying on camera while you're also controlling the lights, setting the scene, and maybe editing it all later, that's not vulnerability, he said. That's a performance.
Okay, how much time did she have for this when she was on Suits, when she was doing the Tig, when she was trying to land the ginger from the royal family to marry her? Apparently none, by her own admission, but now she wants us to believe, okay, she's a Nigerian and she's gonna, I'll believe it when I see it. I look forward to all the time she spends in Nigeria helping the Nigerian people.
Full disclosure, I do think Harry's a but
Well,
you know.
he seems to be. And it seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
Meanwhile, Megyn Kelly didn't just criticize Megyn's podcast. She tore into her public image as a whole. She pointed out how perfectly curated everything about Megyn is, from her outfits to her lifestyle content. Who goes berry picking in an all-white cashmere outfit? She asked sarcastically. Nobody. It's all staged. She mocked Megyn's garden scenes, her talk about edible flowers, and even her beekeeping, calling it all over the top and unrealistic. According to Megyn, Megyn wants to seem like a woman of the people, but everything around her screams luxury and control. Megyn also took aim at Megyn's identity claims. She rolled her eyes at Megyn's recent mention of being Nigerian, asking when exactly Megyn became so interested in her roots. I'll believe she cares about Nigeria when I see her spending real time helping people there, Megyn said.
Strange that he was, essentially infiltrated by a very ambitious actress. You know, she used to be on
Was
Deal or
he
No
infiltrated?
Deal. She was one of the
Is
Deal
that
or No Deal
technically
ladies.
the way it works? Is he
I think
infiltrated
so.
or was she infiltrated?
Well, it depends on who's
Yeah.
getting pegged.
Yeah.
It depends on the methods.
And now
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't.
look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with the briefcase.
She didn't like being objectified on Deal. And did you think it was an executive position, ma'am?
Yeah.
You're one of the hot ladies holding up a suitcase. For fucking, it's a game show. How are you objectified?
I forgot about
Was
that
claiming
show.
a connection when it's convenient. Neither Joe nor Megyn sees Megyn as genuine. They both seem to think she's very good at pretending to be relatable and emotional, but only when there's something to gain. For them, the tears, the long pauses, the emotional music, the praise for Harry, all of it felt more like an act than an honest conversation. Joe laughed it off, calling it part of a growing trend where podcasts feel like reality TV episodes, full of fake crying and emotional performances. Megyn, on the other hand, came in like a detective, pointing out every clue and contradiction she could find. She practically made a case against Megyn, timeline, behavior, and all. In the end, they didn't need to be in the same room to take Megyn down. Joe brought the humor and sarcasm, while Megyn delivered the cold facts and harsh opinions. Together, they painted Megyn not as a victim, but as someone who's very skilled at using emotion to sell a story. Whether you agree with them or not, one thing's clear. Megyn's latest podcast didn't just spark feelings, it set off a storm of criticism. And once again, she's at the center of it all.
Insecure person I have seen in the public eye in a long time. That is why everything had to be perfectly curated. Who the hell picks berries in a white cashmere blouse and white pants? Literally no one on earth does that. And like this garden, which is like the most over the top, like we're all supposed to go, Maureen, to make our breakfast in the morning out to our gardens and pick our berries, our raspberries, our strawberries, our blueberries, our snozberries, and cut our mint, and then cut our flowers that are edible. But don't worry, she's a woman of the people. You can grow those just on your windowsill at home in New York, your edible flowers.
And don't forget your local beekeeper.
Yeah.
Your local beekeeper.
Oh, yeah, because she has a bee hive, which she goes to. That's how they open the whole series with her bees. And like, don't worry if you don't have this, just go to your local beekeeper. Clearly